Recently, I became acquainted with a phenomenon called medical tourism. Medical tourism is where people in developed countries go to lesser developed countries for medical treatments. In this case, I went with my wife to Los Algodones, Mexico, for dental treatment. And Los Algodones is a town that exists almost exclusively as a result of the influx of thousands of Americans, mostly residing in Arizona, to come there for dental, optical, and other minor medical care, and also for pharmaceutical purchases. In our case, we were looking at a dental bill that would have cost maybe even up to $10,000, but by going to Los Algodones to get treatment, the bill came to less than $2,000. This is a common experience of Americans who travel abroad for dental care. Typically in Mexico, dental care costs about 20 to 25% of what the same care would cost in the United States. Research also shows that many Americans who travel to Mexico and other countries for dental care are more satisfied with the dental care that's provided there. In our case, the dentist in the United States missed 2 cavities and a root canal that was needed that the dentist in Mexico was able to locate. Pharmaceuticals are also significantly less expensive in Mexico because of how intellectual property is handled, as well as patent rights and just total cost of regulating pharmaceuticals in Mexico compared with the United States. Some medicines in Mexico compared with the US might be pennies on the dollar. For instance, a full course of Tamiflu, which may not even be available in the US right now, is available in Mexico, and the full course would cost about $50 to $60 in Mexico versus $600 to $700 in the US for someone without insurance. In all technical systems, there's winners and losers. There's those who benefit from that system and those who don't. But here in the case of medical tourism, we see something rather interesting. We see that the borders are often used to keep those in the less developed countries out of the developed countries. But here we have those in the developed countries that need to travel to the less developed country for care that they need. Medical tourism exposes a lot of the problems that we have in the United States with healthcare, and the medical tourism serves as a sort of blow-off valve where people can travel to get the services that they can't get here. In the study of social stratification or inequality, social researchers might refer to something called civic assets or civil assets, and that refers to the differences that people experience on the basis of whether they're considered a citizen or not. This experience gave me a chance to see the complex social and technical systems at work that make up what the border is. From a perspective of the social sciences, the border is not just a geographic line that's drawn around nations, but it's all the vast systems of technologies and policing that go into making the border possible. So here we see surveillance cameras, fences, and also complex law enforcement strategies that make up what the modern border is. And one thing that we learn about any technologies is that people are often positioned on different sides of them. So those who have access to or knowledge of a given technology or might be in control of given technology are often placed in a different category of kind of social resources and political power than those who don't. And in a situation like this with the border and the fencing systems and things like that that we see here, that becomes very strikingly apparent. There's a very clear line between who's in and who's out. But what we see often with contemporary technologies is they all kind of work in such a way, but they might be much more hidden, and it might not be quite so obvious how those work.